Okay, everybody. Thank you very much for joining today. My name is Mark McDonald. I work in sales at EverViz. Today, we're going to be discussing our UK general election package. So I welcome you. We're going to go through a few, have a look at the charts and maps that are included in the package. This is essentially a really easy way for you to cover the upcoming general election on the 4th. These charts and maps are plug and play, which is very good considering the short timeline that we have ahead of us before the election day. So we'll have a look at some of the charts and maps. We'll explain the concept, and we'll also at the end have some time for questions. And we can also have a look at our, how do you bring these charts to air? Or to your website? So we can look at the program where we have an integration with VizFlowix as a way to include charts and maps into rundowns in VizFlowix in order to include them into linear streams. So let's go ahead. I'll go ahead and share my screen, and we'll go through the concept and show off what we have for our UK general election package. So what we have here is what we're looking at now is our landing page for our UK general election package. And when we say package, we essentially just mean that it's a bundle of charts and maps that you can purchase that are showing election data, will be showing election data on the 4th of July. So these are charts and maps that are updating minute by minute, showing voting results, essentially. And the way we do that is the data for these charts is fetched via PA Media. So this is our partner for this project. They're providing, again, the sort of real-time or minute-by-minute voting results as they come in from the different constituencies, and they're feeding, that data is feeding our charts up to the minute. So essentially what we're doing here is we're providing charts, and we can have a look at them here, that we create. So we're doing all of the chart design. We're also doing the data configuration, with PA Media. So you don't have to worry about any chart design or data configuration. The charts are essentially plug and play. So as you can see, some of the charts here, you would essentially grab the embed code for this chart, paste that into your CMS, and you would be covering the UK election on your website. So yeah, we can scroll through this page and just have a look at some of the charts that are included in the package. We've shown them here. You can see that we have some interactivity as well. And actually, what we're looking at is data from the test server in PA Media. So we're running tests at the moment to make sure that this is going to work really well on election day. And as you can imagine, these results will change as the votes are tallied and confirmed by PA Media. So it's a fantastic partnership. You essentially get PA Media data, you get our data visualizations, and you're covering the most important movements in the election. Of course, we do have election maps as well. And here you can see the tooltip hovering over the constituencies. We have charts for each constituency. There's, I think, something like 650 constituencies in the UK that are going to the polls. We have charts for each of the 12 regions. And of course, we have the UK map as well. And you can see there's a bit of interactivity. So if I wanted to not look at the Conservative results, I could do that, for example. And we're also looking at a map where you can search as well. So that's another option that we will be adding. So you could search for a constituency or a region. So the other factor here within this package is you can white label them. So you can add your own branding elements into the charts. So you can add things like fonts, your own colors. Maybe you have your own colors for the different parties. And yeah, essentially that's a way for you to white label the charts. So also the background, for example, can be changed, and the text on the charts. So as I'm scrolling down, we're looking at, again, some of the charts that are included in the package. We've done a lot of research to say, okay, how have the UK media covered the election with data visualizations in the past? And this is sort of also in combination with clients who have purchased the package. For example, GB News is a customer of ours, broadcaster in the UK, who will be using this package. A lot of feedback from them has gone into building these charts. So yeah, we have seats by party, we have the popular vote, um, and we have a hex map. Also in the UK, the key thing is the swing, of course. How have constituencies voted in the past, and how are they voting now? So that's what we see here with this chart. Again, you see some of the interactivity, and this works really well, of course, online. But we could imagine for a presenter in a TV studio interacting with a chart on a touch screen, that would be another interesting use case for TV. So the other aspect here of this package and these charts is that they're multi-platform friendly. So that means that you can take them and you can publish them on your website. Again, you can include them in your linear feed via VisFlowX or any HTML-based program, playout program. You can export versions of the chart for social media. You can download video versions of the chart. Each of them has a little animation that you can download and include in a video package or publish to YouTube. Wherever you're meeting your audience, essentially, it is possible to bring these charts onto multiple platforms. Yeah, so here we see some of obviously that the charts are being viewed on different devices. All of these charts and maps are responsive natively, so they'll just automatically adjust. The text in the chart will also adjust through what we have, which we call dynamic fonts, where the text in the chart adapts automatically to the screen size. So it'll get bigger for a bigger screen size, and it will adjust appropriately for smaller screens. So they're responsive and multi-platform friendly. The other focus that we have here is accessibility, and this is just being able to essentially allow the charts to be read by assistive technologies such as screen readers, and also users who are navigating websites with keyboards, for example. So essentially making these charts friendly for disabled people who are using the internet. So I've just now talked about the charts and what's included in the package. Again, all of these charts are just simply an embed code that we've pasted into the website, and it would be the same workflow for you. You would grab that embed code from the EverVis environment, and again, in this case, paste it into a CMS, and the chart would be live on your site, updating minute by minute. Plug and play, essentially. What we can do now is just head over to the slides and just have a little bit of a deeper look, I guess, into this concept and go over a few of the points that I just mentioned in a little bit more detail. I can also talk a little bit about who we are to start with. So EverVis is actually a web app for creating data visualizations. That's what we do, I would say, normally. So we have a lot of our customers in media who are creating charts and maps for general news coverage. And this is really just like a journalist-friendly tool that anybody can use to create data visualizations. And what we've done with our election packages is actually sort of bespoke development to create these charts and maps. So again, these are charts and maps that we've created. And essentially, after we've created them, we've just made the embed codes available to you. So you can take them and publish them on multiple platforms. And again, the focus here is that these are plug and play. Using these and getting them published is extremely easy. The data is taken care of. The chart design is taken care of. You essentially just need to get access to the embed codes and publish them wherever you meet your audience. Yeah, so let's just move through some of these slides just to give you a general idea of this concept. So again, these graphics are fully automated. showing election data. We've looked at some of the key sort of things that should be shown in an election, looking at popular vote, looking at seats, looking at the swing, and also looking at the map and being able to drill down to the constituency level or the region level to see results in those areas. These are plug and play. Again, I can't stress that enough. It's simply all you have to do is just grab the embed code and you're ready to publish. Again, we do the chart creation, the data configuration. We also do the white labeling. So, things like text can be adapted. Your own font can be uploaded into these charts and maps. And we can also change colors, adding different branding elements to white label the charts to your needs. And wherever these charts are published, they're going to be updating minute by minute, fetching data from the PA Media server via the API connection that we have. So if we get into the different platforms, I mentioned that these charts are multi-platform friendly, and we do support, publishing these charts on different platforms. One of the main use cases is online for a media outlet. Obviously, you have your readers coming in to your site, and what they're going to be able to do is take that chart and be able to interact with it. We saw a second ago the tooltip by mousing over and looking at some of the results and maybe areas that your readers are concerned about or your audience is concerned about. That creates a lot of engagement, and interactivity creates engagement to help users stay involved with the story. Again, these charts are responsive on all devices. We know that people are getting their news on mobile devices, for example. So these charts are really going to adapt to smaller screen sizes as well. And again, the focus on accessibility, there's quite a large number of users, people in society who are disabled. And we think it's very important to support those people with our focus on accessibility. So again, that's making sure that our charts can be read by assistive technologies. So that's our focus on accessibility. So essentially, online and your website, that is the use case that I just showed when we looked at the charts, and that's what we're looking at here. The other platform we focus on is being able to insert these charts. These are HTML-based charts into linear TV workflows. And we do that with our integrations with HTML-based playout programs. So being able to take, HTML-based elements like charts and maps in these packages, in this package, and bring it to air. So as we mentioned, we have this integration with BizFlowX. What we can do is head over to Flowix right now and see how this would work. So here's Flowix, and we have obviously a UK map loaded into preview, and it's live on air here. For broadcasters wanting to bring these charts to air, it's simply a matter of just taking the elements in. As you see now, I've switched over to the UK hex map. Really, what we've done here is essentially just pasted, again, the embed code from EverViz into this Flowix here. You can also, let's look at the results in Antrim East, for example. It's just simply a matter of pasting an embed code and taking elements to air. It's as simple as that. Again, Flowix is an HTML-based playout program, which is really gaining traction in a lot of different media outlets. And our charts are HTML-based, so they really complement each other really well. Building this sort of thing in Flowix is quite complex and takes a lot of expertise and competence. So that's where we really, again, complement each other, Flowix and EverViz. If I head back into the slides here, the other use case that we see is touchscreen. And this is, again, a really specific to a broadcasting workflow, a linear TV workflow. What you see here is a picture of myself actually working with an iPad and drilling down into results on a map. By clicking the iPad, the green screen or the screen behind you can change and adapt to that action. So really what this allows you to do is if the presenter can interact with the graphic or the map, they really have another layer to add to their storytelling. And it really allows you to kind of say, okay, how are we gonna, with these extra elements in our storytelling, how can we cover this election in a good and engaging way? So we see that touchscreen could be a nice option. The other, obviously, the other platform where a lot of your audience is on social media. So we do support this as well. Essentially within EverViz, you can take the chart or the map and export it as a PNG, for example, with the right aspect ratio, so that it fits perfectly into a Facebook post or X or wherever you're publishing your charts on social media. So the other aspect, as we've been mentioning, is that you can definitely white label these charts. And the way that works is we essentially get your brand book details and we incorporate them into the charts for you. So you let us know, okay, what's your font? What are the colors that you're using for the different parties? And we're happy to take that and make it so that the charts express your brand. So, but what is the whole concept here? What is the benefit for you from this package? I mean, obviously these are plug and play graphics. It's like a finished graphics solution, fully automated solution that you get access to. You essentially, again, don't have to worry about designing the graphics or connecting the data. The data is updating minute by minute. So you essentially get these embed codes that you can publish and you're covering the election. So we really do all the heavy lifting for you. Obviously, right now, our focus is providing the graphics for the United Kingdom general election on July 4th. We're already looking ahead, and we have a package for the US election on November the 5th. And we're looking at other elections as we go. So it could be that we expand this concept to provide graphics for different elections around the world. Again, the benefit here is that you get this package and you're ready to cover the election. And again, with the interactivity in the charts, you're increasing viewer engagement. The users are spending more time on your page. You're saving money as well, because what we've seen is that development teams within media houses really don't have the time to build these kind of graphics, these complex graphics that we're building here with a connection to the real-time or data, or even to just design these charts. It takes months and months, and this is something that you can just purchase off the shelf and save yourself the time and money to build them yourselves. You really don't need that in-house expertise anymore with this package. So who is providing the data behind these charts and maps? In the case of the UK package, we have, again, our partnership with PA Media. They're the trusted and authoritative source of election data in the UK, and their data is powering our charts. We're also working with the Associated Press in the US. So the AP data, again, they're the trusted election source. They're feeding our charts in the US. And really what we do is work with the data in the data server, for example, with PA Media via the API to make sure that we're fetching the right data and at the right time so that the visualizations are updating minute by minute. In the case of the US election, we're using your own license key for AP to access the data. And again, yes, just quickly that we do have a US election package as well. So how does this work for you? Essentially, we would have a dialogue with you. We would customize the package, the charts and the maps to your specifications. We would get data keys if we need to, like in the case with the US election. For the UK election, the data is already connected to the charts, so that's already set up. Essentially, then, once we've done that, you would just get access to the embed codes, which you could then take and publish on your website as HTML embed codes. And then you could obviously also use that embed code and, as I just showed you, paste it into BizFlowX and include it in a linear TV flow. So here's the last slide here. Just, if you would like to get a hold of me, here's my my contact information, and we can have a discussion. So that was really the end of my presentation. I see that we have a couple of questions that I can get to here. It seems that someone is wondering about branding the graphics. And again, that is, yes, I mean, that is something that we do. It's actually, and wondering how that works. So again, that's, we would get the brand details from you. You would provide, for example, your fonts and your colors, your hex codes. We would take that information and we would brand the charts for you. So it's something that we would do on our end. It's not something that, and we want to make it as possible for you to, essentially get the embed codes, which is what you need in order to take the charts and maps onto your platforms. So yes, we would handle all the white labeling that's included in the cost of the package. A couple of more here. Okay, so they wondering if there's a chart that they would like that's not included in the package. Can you build it? And the answer to that is yes, and we are doing that for clients. I mentioned at the very beginning of the presentation the map with the UK map showing the parties. What we're looking at doing is adding a search bar for a client as well, so that they can search for the regions and the constituencies very easily. The idea then is the map would zoom into that part of the UK, showing the results specifically based on the search results. So yes, the point is, if you have a specific chart that you would like to use, we can definitely look at creating that for you. Real-time updates. Yes. Well, actually, do the charts update in real time? So what we're saying is that the charts are updating minute by minute, and that's actually something that we've set in the API, that they should update every minute in the case of the UK general election package. We wouldn't say real time. We could set it to a higher frequency, but we've decided minute by minute is satisfactory. And how do I publish the charts? Again, essentially you would get access to the EverViz environment. This is a cloud service. You would see all of the charts within EverViz. You could then click each one and export embed codes for the different platforms. So it's just a matter of, for online, for example, you would click online, copy the embed code, paste it into your CMS. And the same goes for the embed code for Flowix. You would just copy it from EverViz and paste it to wherever, to your publishing point. I think that is, doesn't seem like, is there, I can wait a second and see if there's any more questions coming in, but it seems like we're okay. Yes, but then we can round it off. I just want to thank everybody for being here today. And it was a pleasure to be able to tell you about our UK election package. Again, these are charts and maps that you can take and you can publish on multiple platforms. They're updating minute by minute. We do the data configuration. We do the data, the chart design. These are plug and play, fully automated graphics. So if you wanted to learn more, my email is mark@everviz.com. And I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you for attending today.